up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Swipe, hit them blood, you can see it in my eye. Up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Swipe, hit them blood, you can see it in my eye. Up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Swipe, hit them blood, you can see it in my eye. Up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Swipe, hit them blood, you can see it in my eye.
Alright family, thank you for your patience. I Apparently the power, we just had a slight power outage because there is a storm right now. So y'all bear with me because I had to switch networks. The power's back on, but bear with me because you're not, in Houston, whenever there's a storm, the power tends to go in and out. Speaking of, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab my charger just in case. I'll be right back. Right back. It is coming down out there. So hopefully it stops soon. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. And I want to thank everybody that tuned in to the live earlier. I'm not going to lie. I fell asleep. Hold on, because I cannot get on my yoga ball right. Hold on. I'll be like on here perfectly, and then when I have to get up, I gotta reposition. Hold on, y'all. I'm so very tired, but also so grateful. That's why I'm not cammed up right now, because quite honestly, I'm very tired. But I'm grateful for the live earlier. Thank you to everybody who has been sending prayers and posting prayers. Thank you to everyone who has sent donations for those that would like to support the channel, as well as my medical journey. My Cash App and Venmo is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. As I've told you guys, I've disabled the super chats and super stickers just because I really don't want YouTube capitalizing off of my channel. Especially given all of the activity that has gone on. But I'm very grateful. Shout out to Sammy Sam and Sammy Sam's relatives that showed up earlier unexpectedly and channeled me. It was a very beautiful experience. And that energy is still with me. So definitely grateful for that. Let's get to these comments. Thank you for tuning in, my good brother, Cody King Lone Wolf. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Patty Munn, good to see you, my love. All right, so we got some fam bam in the building. So this is going to be a live where I'm going to be explaining angel numbers, since, quite a few people had questions about that earlier in the live. I figured I would take the time to actually show you guys some information and then share with you all of the angel numbers that I was shown today. Now, what's so ironic is that as I'm looking, because I keep a log in my phone, as I'm looking over today, yesterday, the day before, pretty much, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, like every day I've been seeing 444 repeatedly, specifically that number, and then 333 and 555 and 777. So I'm actually going to be showing you guys what these numbers mean, and hopefully it gives you guys some insight to angel numbers, and shows you what it means, so that if you do happen to see them, you fully, understand what they mean and don't fear the numbers. Andrew, good to see you. Good to see you, my good brother, Neptune Pisces. Thank you so much for tuning in. Grand rising to you as well. So let me get right into it. And you guys let me know if the background music, the high vibrational music, if the volume is okay. If I need to adjust it, if it's too loud, let me know. If it's fine, then please just put a Y. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and share screen. And also shout out to the viewers on Instagram and Rumble. For those who have not, please make sure that you go follow me on Rumble. Because eventually I do plan to migrate and Rumble will be the main platform. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link for my Rumble channel in here. Give me 1 moment. Okay, so there is the link, and let me share screen real quick. I'll add that. Yeah, it is coming down out there. You know what, I just realized I need to update the background photo because that is not the one. So yeah, here is the Rumble channel. Family, make sure that you do follow me on Rumble, because once I get to, and I wanted to give a shout out to the new followers as well on my Rumble channel. Once I get to 100 followers, then I can enroll in the Rumble partnership program, just like with YouTube. So I want to thank the new followers. There was a new follower that had posted a comment from my live the other night. Hold on. Y'all bear with me right quick. Okay. So yeah, there was a new follower that just followed tonight that posted a comment on my live from last night. Very detailed, very concise comment regarding Jaguar and Big Homie CC and the whole Diddy situation. So shout out to you, because a lot of what you said, a whole lot of what you said, is 1000% in alignment with what I was presenting. So again, shout out to the Rumble viewers, shout out to those that are tuning in on Instagram. For the Instagram viewers, definitely do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you definitely want to pop over to my YouTube channel, because after so long, Instagram will, they cut the stream. Now, lately, I've been surprised at how long they've been allowing the multi-stream, because usually Instagram cuts it off at 1 hour, but the live I did last night, they actually allowed it to record the entire live. So give me 1 second. I was looking for, okay, that's not it. Give me 1 second. So I want to post my YouTube channel link in the Instagram chat. That way, if they do cut it off, you guys can come right over to my YouTube channel. Okay, so there you go. Shout out to the viewer that is tuning in right now. Yeah, it ain't no joke. Houston storms are no joke. So y'all definitely keep me in your prayers that the power will stay on all night. Luckily, the temperature has dropped. It's been in the 90s, like 93, 95, 99. So luckily, I think because of the weather, the temperature is actually dropping down into like the high 70s. But from what I'm looking at right now, it's gonna cool down in the morning, and then it's gonna jump right back up into the 90s in the afternoon. So, you know, hurricane season usually doesn't come in until about June, July. So I'm just praying that this drastic change in weather does not result in a hurricane. I just looked on the weather app on my phone, and of course it's forecasting a severe thunderstorm. It's saying 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Good Lord. So yes, we are protected. I am declaring and decreeing divine protection and favor that the power will stay on, because I've got to be making some moves in the morning. So I'm definitely going to try not to be on here too long. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Give me 1 second. So yeah, I'm using a different network tonight. Hopefully StreamYard works better with this one and doesn't constantly drop. That is the hope. So yeah, thank you, my good brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, family, make sure that you do follow me on Rumble. You can, you know, check out all my live videos. You can check out the videos that I've uploaded and any repost. But again, there we go. Make sure that you do follow me on Rumble. Now, let me get right into the angel numbers. And then for those who have not, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel at JustDee Show. As I've told you guys, I'm going to be launching new channels here shortly. And those channels will have separate purposes. My healing channel will have a lot more information about angel numbers, spirituality, spiritual gifts, healing, high frequency music, like the one that's playing in the background. This is a 963 hertz, which is the God frequency. So it'll have a lot of music like that. I'm editing a lot of content and videos for that channel. And then I will also have my separate Chef on a Budget, Eat Your Way Healthy channel, where I will be promoting health and nutrition, meal planning, as well as, of course, I'll, you know, whenever I do my lives, my cooking lives will be specific to that channel, but also teaching people how to literally eat your way healthy. That way, if your doctor prescribes you with, like, you know, an overabundance of pharmaceutical medications to treat certain conditions, I can show you how to eat eat your way to healing instead of having to take a whole bunch of different pills. And then I'll have my my virtual technical services that I'll be offering that will be on my DzPeepz Studios 1 YouTube channel, which I am working right now to get updated as well. So y'all stay tuned for all of that. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my DzPeepz for your continued support. You guys mean so much to me. And today was absolutely amazing. So let's get into it, because this storm is a raging. And I still need to take my shower for tonight. I tend, like, it seems like it's better for me to take my showers like late night / early morning. And I want to be able to take my shower without any issues with the power. So, and then I'm honestly just still very tired, but a good tired. You know, I actually had pretty good rest. My body, because of Graves, when I do fall asleep and then wake up and or get woken up, it tends to make me a little bit more tired. But like I said, hopefully tonight I'll be able to get a little bit more rest, but I've got to get up pretty early to take care of quite a few things in the morning. Okay, so the first angel number that I want to share with you guys, and I know I have before, but I want to show for those who had questions and for those who might be new viewers, especially because we are multi-streaming. 444. Now, typically when I see 444, it's automatically letting me know that the ancestors are with me and they are communicating directly with me. So I'm going to post the link. And again, this is on astrology.com. Now, there are other websites that you can use as well. Numerology.com is a good one. And here are, for those who might want to see, just different decals. Like I'll be creating thumbnails and stuff like this as well, because I love to edit. I am big on editing. But like, ooh, I really love that with the pink clouds. Ooh, yes. I can make something like this in like 30 seconds on my phone. So yeah. I love this. I absolutely love this. So, my spirituality channel will have information like this, but even information like this, the letters in your name, they have a profound influence over you. And believe it or not, the letters in your name have a numerology meaning behind them as well. I'm still tired, y'all, so y'all bear with me. But yeah, for those who have asked, what are angel numbers? So, in numerology, every number has a unique vibration and meaning, from our life path number to our birthday number to our house number. So like if you ever, like people, who are interested in spirituality, if you ever had like your birth chart pulled, or, requested a birth reading or birth chart explanation, the day, the year, the month, and the time of your birth produces what's called a birth chart. And that from there you can find your life path. And typically your life path number has a specific meaning. So, things like this is what I'll be also offering in terms of, the one-on-one soul consultations. If people want to know their specific birth chart, what astrological signs are in your birth chart, like, to find out what planets are in your chart, what your sun is, your moon rising. Those are all things that I'll offer on my spirituality channel. But for now, just to give you the short and sweet, your date of birth, the letters in your name, all of that has significance to your life's purpose. So it can help you understand what your spiritual purpose is on earth and what your path is, and that can help you understand, or really technically overstand, why you were born and what you were placed on earth to do. So back to this, the vibrational frequencies of numbers hold powerful significance in our everyday lives. Because numbers are everywhere, our spirit guides use them to communicate with us. So I wanted to point that out because that's where these explanations come in. And even if you don't happen to see these numbers, like I was telling you guys earlier, it's not a bad thing. I didn't see reoccurring numbers for years. And then all of a sudden I started seeing them back in 2011. So just be more in tune, kind of like pay more attention. If you happen to look at the time, like tonight, I woke up pretty late. That's why I'm getting this started pretty late. And when I got up to go use the bathroom, I looked at the time on the microwave and it said 11:11, and I just started to smile because I knew that ancestors and angels are communicating with me. So I'll bring that number up next. But yeah, that's where, numerology plays into the angel numbers and the messages. So angel numbers are a repeating sequence of numbers that seem to show up everywhere you look. It says, have you ever felt like you look at license plates and always see 222, or keep looking at the clock? Now that's crazy because I didn't read that before I just said what I said. At exactly 11:11, that's like super divine confirmation right there. It may seem like a coincidence that you've been seeing the same number sequence over and over, but these repeating numbers are actually angel numbers, and they hold a very powerful message that the universe thinks you need to hear. Now, as of today alone, because like I said, I keep a log in my digital notepad in my phone. I have seen 444 3 times today. Yesterday I saw it once. The day before I saw it once. On the 23rd, I saw 444 5 times. So my ancestors were like super communicating with me, really trying to encourage me. Because like I said, I'm human like you guys, and I go through times where I feel discouraged, and fight through to overcome the feelings of depression and anxiety, which again, those are symptoms of Graves' disease. But also just, from feeling overwhelmed from the challenges that I am faced with. And so it's always at a time when I may not be feeling the strongest or feeling the best physically or mentally, and the numbers will just start popping up. And so I'm like, okay, thank you, angels and ancestors, for your communication. Thank you for letting me know that you're here, and let me get the message from you. So the numerology meaning of angel number 444, let me make sure I drop that link in the chat. Did I? Kim Trail, good to see you, my love. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Cody said, I'm very interested in finding that all about me. That's one thing spiritually that I have no experience in. Oh, definitely. And it's just about researching. Because that's the only way I know, is just from research. But yes, good to see you, Kim Trails. See, look at that. Look at that divine confirmation. I had 444 this morning. Absolutely. Love it. Love to see it. So give me 1 second. Now, StreamYard, you better not start this bull, because I'm on a whole different network. Hold on, because that signal bar is going up and down. Let me make sure it's not stalling on my phone. All right. Oh, brain, get it together. I'm still tired, y'all, bear with me. I forgot for a second what I was doing. Okay, there we go. So there's the link for the angel number 444. Now I'm gonna pull it down so you guys can see what I'm actually showing you. Yep, no worries at all. Okay, so in numerology, the number 4 is associated with stability, hard work, and practicality. When the number 4 appears 3 times in a row, it amplifies those characteristics. Seeing 444 could be a reminder to stay grounded and remain focused on your goals. So now I understand why the angels and ancestors were showing me that, because like I said, I go through my own human ups and downs, and I've honestly been feeling discouraged because I'm used to working, and I'm used to having stability and being able to have full control over the financial aspects of my life. And with the health challenges, these tumors, needing the biopsies, needing medical treatment, I haven't been able to have that the way that I wanted to. But I do believe, and I do know, that it will be manifesting. In fact, I know for a fact it's going to manifest, because I keep having premonitions of me having that stability again, and me actually getting paid to do what I love to do. And I even had a premonition of me presenting my movie. So it's like, we go through human moments because we are human beings. We're literally divine beings having a human experience on earth. That's really all this earth life is about. So it's all about, you may not feel 100% positive 24/7, but it's getting the message that the angels and the ancestors are trying to give you. And again, your ancestors are your loved ones that have passed away, the generations of ancestors before them, your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and all the generations that go back, to early civilization. Think about that for a second. Think about how far back your lineage goes, and all that, those different generations of loved ones that have passed on, that are still surrounding you with love, that are still surrounding you, to push you, to encourage you when you might feel like giving up. That's, you know, the angels and the ancestors working together to guide you, to let you know that they're there with you. So the meaning of seeing angel number 444, if you keep seeing 444, it could be a message from your angels or the universe that you are on the right path. And I'm so grateful that the ancestors have pretty much been putting it in my head, you know, because it's been a really trying, this past week was really trying. And we're also still in that Pluto retrograde. So the Pluto retrograde comes to help you acknowledge and reveal your shadow side, so that, not so that you can beat yourself up, so that you can, one, see how far you've come, and two, see where you might need to continue to work on healing. Give me just a second. I need to go grab my sleep aid. Hold on. Try to go to sleep as early as possible because I have to get up really early. Oh, and I hope to God it's not raining when I wake up. The worst thing is having to, you know, run errands and make moves in Houston's rainy weather, because it torrents here. All right, so again, if you keep seeing 444, it could be a message from your angels or the universe that you are on the right path. It's a sign of encouragement to keep going and not give up. I want to pause there because I know there's times, I know it's not just me, there's times we all feel like giving up. Because again, we're human and we go through our own, you know, individual tests and trials, and sometimes life can feel overwhelming. Sometimes it's not easy. So when you start to see these numbers, and even if you don't see them yet, maybe just start researching them. You know, start researching the different numbers to see what they mean. That could also help to awaken that side of your spirituality and your spiritual insight, and just for you to get to know and get familiar with these numbers. That way, when you do start to see them, you know exactly what the message is that the angels and your ancestors are trying to communicate with you. So that's why I know for a fact they've been showing me this every day. Like every day, and some days like multiple times. It's like they're trying to instill in me, hey, we're here, we're with you, don't give up. So I just want to give a shout out to all of my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides, and ascended masters. And I wanted to show you guys that too. Okay. So for those who may not know what ascended masters are, your ascended masters, they're basically, they're angelic beings, but they are the ancestors who have transcended human experience. So basically it helps you to, like it says, these beings have transcended their human existence and now operate on a higher plane, offering invaluable support to those on the path of spiritual growth. So ascended masters come from various belief systems and cultural backgrounds. They are united by their shared purpose to help raise human consciousness, elevate the soul's journey, and usher in global spiritual transformation. So like the 999 number that I've been seeing a lot of, that is a sign of spiritual awakening. So if you ever hear me referring to ascended masters, that's what I'm speaking of. And those are the highest level. Just think of them as like high celestial beings that are directly connected to you and your own ancestors in your spiritual life, your spiritual path, that are there to help to guide you, to help to elevate you, elevate your frequency, to get you to your spiritual purpose. So some of us, we're all at different levels in our spiritual journeys. We're all at different levels. But it doesn't mean anything bad or good. It just depends on where you are. And a lot of us, like with me, I have been obsessively researching spirituality ever since my third eye awakened when I was 11. And my third eye awakened after I had a bicycle accident and a concussion. That's when all of my gifts started really heightening. It's always ironic that after some sort of injury to the brain, it unlocks spiritual gifts, which lets you know that we are indeed conditioned to only tap into a certain percentage of our brain, because if we were to tap into 100% of our brains, we would no longer be human. We would be transcended celestials. So like my psychic abilities, my empathic abilities I was born with. I've always been an empath. I just didn't know it. And growing up in a household, because again, I'm the youngest of 4 on my mom's side. So growing up in a household where I was constantly surrounded by, my 3 older siblings and my mom. And then when she remarried my former stepdad, I was always a loner. I actually really enjoyed and still enjoy my solitude. Because I don't have to feel anyone else's energy. And so, it was like, I remember when I had that concussion, I saw so many angels. And literally, I saw like a circle of angels that picked me up and carried me back to the front door of my house. And that was when we lived in Lincoln, in Air Park. And I had fallen, my bike actually flipped, because I didn't know at that time that the bike was too big for me. And even though I'm tall, my legs still weren't long enough. So I actually flipped down a hill. Like I flipped on my bike. It was just like a movie where you see everything spinning. And then next thing I know, everything went black. And when I came to, I wasn't in the 3D world. I was in the 5D. And I had all these angels surrounding me. And they were like, "You're okay, we have you." And they picked me up and carried me back to the front door of my house. And when I did come to in the 3D, it was actually an elderly white couple that saw what happened. They're like, "We saw you flip down the hill, are you okay?" And I had a concussion. I did not remember my family. I did not remember my former stepdad. I didn't remember my siblings. I did not even remember my mom at first. And I remember crying. I was so terrified. Like, who are these strangers? I don't want to go in this house. I don't know any of you. And my mom had to come show me pictures of myself and them to get me to come in the house. Like, it was really scary, actually. And, she thanked the neighbors. And I'll never forget that, because they took me to the hospital and they were like, "She can't go to sleep because, when you have a concussion and you fall asleep, you can slip into a coma." So I had to like sit up, and it took like, 11 hours, I think, for my memory to come back. And I finally remembered my family, but it unlocked all of my spiritual gifts. And that was when I had my first experiences actually seeing angels and spirits, and I didn't know at that time that I was clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and claircognizant. But the premonitions I had been having since I was 8. The first premonition I ever had was my maternal grandmother, my mom's mom, dying. I saw her funeral clear as day, and then she died I think it was maybe a week later. No, it was less than a week. It was 2 or 3 days later, my grandma died. So, you may have had certain experiences as a child or a teenager that you may not understand, but it just simply means that you are awakening. So it's amazing how certain traumas can unlock spiritual gifts, and then you learn later what those spiritual gifts mean. So, you know, let me take a look at your guys' comments real quick. Added to favorites. Good, fantastic. I'm so glad. Do you get huge hail there, like in Oklahoma? Hope not be. No, not that I've seen. It's more like hurricanes out in Houston, but hurricane season usually doesn't come in until, you know, like end of June, beginning of July. It's more like between like July and August. Divine, good to see you, my love. Good to see you. Thank you. I received that. Thank you for the positivity and the healing energy. Cody, that's something we'll talk about when I do your readings. Because I do believe so, but I want to stay focused on what I'm presenting. But we can definitely talk about that when I get your readings done. But I do believe so. Absolutely. Kim Trails, it's hard to recover from a concussion sometimes. Yeah, like I was blessed that I recovered that quickly, but I was terrified. Like that was so scary. And ever since then, you know, my spiritual gifts, that's when I went into that deep research about, you know, who God really is, spirituality. And my parents didn't know that. They didn't know what I was researching. Like I said, I was raised apostolic Pentecostal, so, you know, they definitely don't, they frown upon spirituality because they've been conditioned that religion is the way, when in actuality religion is of Lucifer. That has nothing to do with God. But thank you for that. I had it once and then suppressed it with alcohol and substances, but I would like for it to come back again. Well, one for sure, and I'm not trying to be in your business, but if you're still dealing with alcohol or substances, you do want to eliminate that. I'm going to tell you why. Alcohol is a suppressant and it increases dopamine. And that's why a lot of people who are alcoholics are very depressed, because it gives you temporary, you know, it temporarily increases the serotonin, but when you become sober, it increases dopamine, which increases depression. So the only substance I would recommend if you're wanting to spiritually awaken would be cannabis. Cannabis is a safe, natural agent that grows from the ground. It's not chemically, there's nothing chemical about it unless you mix chemicals with it, which I don't ever recommend. But cannabis is a natural plant that is grown in the ground. It helps you to calm your energy. It helps you to tap into the spiritual frequency. And that would be the only thing I would say that you can use to help you awaken, but never alcohol. Alcohol is, that they call it spirits for a reason, okay? Alcohol is going to produce the opposite result, where it is going to suppress your spiritual gifts, and it can open you to portals of spirits that are very demonic and very low vibrational if you don't know how to control it. There's nothing wrong with drinking. Let me put that out there. But for someone like me who is a former alcoholic, I choose not to drink at home. I'm more of a social drinker, but I definitely know that alcohol will suppress your spiritual awakening because it actually blocks your third eye, believe it or not. So, yeah. If you get it organically from let's say the neighborhood Wheatman, but now the stuff that's in dispensaries, I feel is tempered. It depends. It depends on what you get at a dispensary. They do have some that are organic, of course, you know, that typically costs more. And you know, I'm just gonna be honest, because a lot of states it is legalized. If you know how to grow, that's what I recommend. You know, homegrown is the purest form of cannabis. So dispensaries can have, you know, like I've noticed a difference over the past year that stuff from dispensaries does have a different effect from what you can get, you know, from your homeboy around the way. So yeah. Yeah, oh, Sky Vodka. Ugh, ew. Oh my God. I hate Sky Vodka. I haven't drank that since I was in my 20s. I never liked it. It tastes like alcohol to me. Praise the Lord, even if I drink, I still have the Spirit of the Most High with me, and I know I'm not tapped in. You know, it's there's nothing wrong with you acknowledging the Most High God, but I will tell you, alcohol is not the way. Not for wanting to tap into your spiritual side. It's not. Now, I acknowledge that you are acknowledging the Most High God, you know, in that, but you're right. It will not help you tap into your highest potential. It can really block that spiritual awakening. Okay, so let me get back to this. The angel number 444 is a manifestation number. The reason it's considered a manifestation number is because it's believed that when you see this number repeatedly, your desires and dreams are coming to fruition. So again, this was very encouraging for me to receive this message over and over daily. When I'm looking at my little, log I keep in my phone, the fact that on the 23rd, which, let me look at the calendar, that was Friday. And that Friday was definitely a very difficult day. The fact that the ancestors gave me that number 5 times. They gave me 333 4 times. They gave me 33 once. They gave me 1111. They gave me 222 4 times. I mean, like, they were letting me know, hey, we know that you feel discouraged because, again, like I've done so many virtual interviews, and I've been pursuing so many virtual opportunities, and I was like, I'm focused on abundance. I'm not focused on lack. Why hasn't anything manifested? But then the answer that I got to that was create your own brands. Be your own boss. They keep telling me that. And I'm like, okay, but I got stuff to pay, like I got things I got to take care of. And they just keep telling me to believe in myself, even when I can't see the manifestation yet. So it's, again, it's a very beautiful thing to get the metaphysical communication from your angels and ancestors. So again, if you see 444, it means that your desires and dreams are coming to fruition. This number can be a sign that you are manifesting your intentions and that you are on the right track. So even if you might feel like you're not, you are. And you just have to keep believing in that in and of yourself. So in spirituality, 444 represents divine protection and guidance. Seeing this number could be a sign that your angels are watching over you and helping you on your spiritual journey. It's a reminder to stay connected to your higher self and trust in the universe to support you. And your higher self is your highest spiritual version of yourself. So when you are, like, for instance, when I do my quiet the mind meditation or my saltwater cleanse, I'm not tuned into any other frequency but the Most High God energy that's within me. So that's when you start to ascend to your highest self, your highest spiritual version of yourself. That's what your higher self means. Now, they do have other meanings, but because I don't want this to go super long, I typically don't go past the spirituality meaning. But for those who want to, research more, that's why I post the links in there. You can continue to read, the love and relationship, money, career, and etc. Now, let me go into 1111. Okay. Especially because I do know I've been seeing 1111 daily as well. Let me drop the link for this one in the chat. Okay, so there is the link for the 1111. I'm going to take it down so you guys can see what's here. Thank God that storm is calming down. All right, So, I just don't understand the developers that keep using the hangers in your coding. That's so antiquated and it's annoying. I hate hangers. Like, for those who don't know, like, I'm a coder, so I do HTML and CSS3 coding. This is called a hanger, and it's very old school and very annoying because when you're scrolling, it like blocks the what you're reading. So anyway, it's annoying, but let's keep moving forward. In numerology, the number 1 represents new beginnings, leadership, independence, and individuality. When the number 1 is repeated 4 times, as in the angel number 1111, it amplifies its energy and becomes a powerful spiritual message. The numerology meaning of angel number 1111 is that it's time to focus on your thoughts and intentions. Because it is the truth. It's very true that your thoughts and intentions have the power to manifest into reality. That's why I always say, what you focus on, you give your power to, because it's the truth. And that's why I just don't, even in my current circumstances, when I was speaking earlier and I was telling, you guys, don't use the word broke anymore. Even if you don't have money. Like, I don't have stable income yet, but I'm manifesting it. So as opposed to saying I'm broke or I don't have enough, even if I technically don't have enough to pay for whatever I need, I'm learning to replace those negative words with I'm going to manifest, or I am manifesting what I need to take care of what I need to take care of. I don't ever want to speak the word broke or lack over my life, because when you speak that, you vibrate that to the universe. So if you are going through something, Lord knows I'm going through a lot, even with my health, the challenges, I don't claim cancer, even though there are quite a few people that are concerned that I'm dealing with that. Even when the doctor told me that it could be cancer, I'm not claiming that. I'm claiming my healing. Even if I get the biopsy and it comes back positive, I had 13 biopsies on my thyroid. 13. 2 of which came back positive, malignant. And I'm cancer free as of today. I'm thyroid cancer free, 15 years. So when I say that what you focus on, you give your power to, I'm saying that because I know it from experience. So when it comes to the power of the tongue, your thoughts truly do create your reality. I did not take chemo. I refuse to take any sort of radiation, even the oral radiation pill that they wanted me to take, Synthroid, all the thyroid. No, I'm not taking any of that crap because it's just going to make me sicker. And it's probably going to kill me. I worked for United Health Group at that time. I worked in the specialty injectables department. I know full well what chemotherapy does to people. It literally, it sends radiation and it kills all of your cells. Not just the cancer cells, the good ones that help you, fight your immune system. I was like, no, I'm not taking that bullshit. I was like, I believe I'm going to be healed. I healed myself naturally. So I'm saying all that to say this: what you focus on, you give your power to. If I were to focus on everything I don't have, I would be so depressed I wouldn't want to live. I really wouldn't. I can understand why people tend to fall into a depressive state where they want to commit suicide. I've been there more than once. But that's because you're focusing on the pain. You're focusing on the darker side of life instead of the beauty of life. And sometimes life does get really hard. Sometimes you do feel discouraged. Sometimes you do feel like giving up. Sometimes you do feel like it's unfair. Why the hell do I have to go through all this bullshit? A lot of times when you're faced with going through a lot, it's because it's building you up. It's actually making you stronger even when you don't feel like it is. And more often than not, you're going through what you're going through so that later in life you can encourage someone else who's going to face the very same things that you faced. so that you can be their guide, so you can be their example of strength and inspire them. So while it might seem unfair, there's days I'm like, why in the fuck do I got to keep going through all this bullshit when I'm not focused on lack. I'm not focused on being sick. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not focused on that. I'm constantly speaking abundance and healing and favor and peace, but yet there's challenge after challenge after challenge. And as a human, just like with Job, you get to a point where it's like, man, fuck all this shit. For real. You start feeling like it ain't even worth going through all of it. And then that's when you know you have to actively work on shifting your energy, shifting your thoughts, shifting your mindset. Gratitude pulls you out of depression. Gratitude pulls you out of feeling like life is hopeless. Gratitude pulls you out of a lower frequency. And above all, gratitude attracts abundance. And abundance is not money. Abundance is an abundance of strength, an abundance of healing, an abundance of spiritual knowledge, an abundance of favor. You know, the money is a tool that human beings created, but the true value is in life. That's true value. And what is the highest frequency is love. Love is the most priceless thing that we have. And so when you start shifting your frequency to, I may not have everything that I desire at this moment, but I'm grateful for what I do have. I may have to go through some medical challenges, but I'm grateful, especially me, I'm grateful I'm thyroid cancer free. That was horrible going through that. I was in my 20s going through that. Like literally horrible. And it manifested within just a few years after I was raped by my ex-fiance. So when I look back at that part of my life, and I remember throwing up and having diarrhea simultaneously every day, sometimes 3-4 times a day, even at work, having people making fun of me about how bad it smelled in the bathroom because I'm on the toilet and I'm vomiting and there's vomit coming from underneath the toilet stall that I'm in, and people not even knowing that I had just been diagnosed with thyroid cancer. When I think back to that, it gives me strength. Like, you know what? I'm gonna come out of this even though it might not feel like it right now. Even though I may not see how, it's the Most High's job to figure out the how. It's my job to believe that everything that I deserve is going to come to me in divine timing. I dislike the way that I'm been having to live, you know, not knowing day to day where I'm going to stay, having to move around, having to live in, you know, Airbnbs or hotels, or having to had stayed with people before. I've never lived like this. I've always had my own place, you know, car, stability. And I kept asking them, why am I still going through this? I've been going through this for a while because I lost my job last year. And in every situation I've been in, there was a divine purpose for the environment that I was in. It was either for me to meet certain people and encourage them, or for me to meet certain people and learn lessons. And above all, it was for me to see my own strength, and also for me to see who really is for me and who really is not. Because everyone's for you when you're in a good space, you know, when you're doing things for them, but when you're in a place of struggle, that's when you really see people's true colors, and you have to find the strength within. So, you know, like I said, I go through ups and downs like everybody else. And the way that I get through it is prayer and meditation and these angel numbers. That's why I keep a log in my phone. Like, I literally keep a log each month. And like right now, the log I'm looking at in my phone is May's angel numbers, starting with the 1st of May all the way through today. and I document the angel number and how many times I'm shown. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the same angel number. If I see it again, I document it, because it's letting me know that that message that they're giving me, they're giving it to me again so that I will remember. Don't give up. Go back to that angel number and see what we're trying to tell you, and remember that no matter how it might look, we're with you. Just like I was telling Sammy Sam about his sister, you know what, Sammy Sam, I apologize. I don't know your gender. I'm just assuming you're male because of the name. So if you're not, please correct me. But the sister giving the spiritual message, you know, encouraging Sammy Sam, and how we all felt that angelic frequency. It's an amazing thing when you really do tap into the spiritual realm on a positive frequency. Now, again, I'm a high vibrational high priestess. There are dark high priestesses that tap into the spiritual realm on the darker side. I would rather tap into the high frequency, because there is always healing in that. There's always healing in these messages. And so I love this one in particular, the 1111, because again, it's letting you know, hey, you need to focus on your thoughts, because your thoughts are what create your reality, and your intentions. What are your intentions for your life? What are your intentions for your future? What are your intentions for yourself? Focus on that, because they really do have the power to manifest. Your thoughts manifest into reality. This number is a reminder that your thoughts create your reality. They do. And you have the power to create the life you desire. So if I were to look at my circumstances right now, you know, I'm transitioning through life. I'm rebuilding my life after going through the hurricane last year, Beryl, getting displaced, in and out the ER, moving around, you know, having financial stability and then not having financial stability, and continuing to go untreated, being told by the ER doctor, hey, these tumors are rupturing and you're not going to be able to walk soon. You need to get surgery, contacting, you know, GI doctors, setting appointments, trying to get in with colorectal surgeons. Well, you're going to have to pay for this and you're going to have to pay for that because your insurance won't cover this and it won't cover that. Of course, I fell into depression, and I felt like, what is the point in living if I got to keep suffering like this? And the first person I thought about was my real life soul sister, Elissa, who passed away. She never gave up. And when they told her she wasn't going to live, she never gave up. She kept her faith. She kept going. And she received her ultimate healing when she transitioned, but she was my example of perseverance through the medical journey. So I was like, if she could go through all of what she went through, I can get through this. But I had to do the work to pull myself out of that depressive state. So when those events happened on February 9th, it plummeted me right back down into that depressive state, because I was already feeling down on myself about the living situation and about my health, and people not caring and just treating me like shit, you know, acting like, you know, you're not trying to work or you're lazy. Meanwhile, I'm in the bathroom bleeding 2 to 3 hours, can't make it stop. People getting attitudes because I'm tying up the bathroom, but it's something I can't help. You know, going through that is not easy. And it makes it worse when people don't care and they treat you like shit and they judge you because it's not them going through it. So I had to find the strength within myself to remember that no matter what anybody says, I know who I am. I know how hard I've worked my whole life. I know my own work ethic. But what I also know is that I've gone way too long without getting these issues treated because I was working full time. And their insurance wouldn't cover anything because it was a high deductible plan. So now, no, I may not have guaranteed stable income the way that I did before, but I have an opportunity to create a new beginning for myself. And I have an opportunity to reach others who might be going through similar tests and trials or similar, you know, challenges to hopefully be an inspiration of perseverance. Hey, if I can get through this, so can you, you know. And the Most High God has a divine reason and a purpose for it. Even when we don't understand it, there's always a reason for what we go through. And that's why I even teach you guys, grow through what you go through. Don't let it break you. Let the challenges make you and build you up to become your most powerful self. Why are people knocking on the floor? You know what? Let me stay focused. The hell. So yes, your thoughts create your reality. So if you can shape your thoughts to, I am abundant even when I don't feel it. I have more than enough of everything I need, even if I may not have $1 in my account. I am healed even when I don't feel well. Every time I have an episode, I start praying and speaking healing over my body. Every time. Because I really genuinely believe I will be healed, because I healed myself from cancer before. Twice, in fact, because it went into remission and then it came back. So I want to be a living example that you can overcome those challenges. You can overcome the tests and trials. It's all about where you choose to focus your energy. So focus on creating a new reality that brings you joy. Again, the joy of the Lord is your strength. And the Most High God is not an outwardly being that you seek or chase. It's within you. It's a frequency you tap into. So the meaning of seeing angel number 1111, if you keep seeing angel number 1111 repeatedly, it's a sign from the universe that you are on the right path. This number is a reminder that you are not alone, and that your angels, your spirit guides, and the universe are highly supportive of you. So if you see 1111, that's what they're trying to tell you. Hey, we're here. We got you. They want you to trust your intuition, have faith, and remain positive. And again, I like how it says remain positive, because we're not always feeling positive, family. We're human. So sometimes you have to find, or think about things that you've overcome. Think about things that tried to break you, that you were able to pull yourself out of. Think about the victories that you've had in your life. And above all, if you can see out of both your eyes, you are blessed. If you can walk, you are blessed. If you can hear, these are things we take for granted. And when I see people who are blind, when I see people who are immobilized in wheelchairs, when I see people who are deaf and they can't hear the beauty of music, they can't see the beauty of life, I am grateful for that. In fact, my mom, she's diabetic. So some years back, she went blind for a while. And she was diagnosed with diabetic retinopathy. She couldn't see. She's like, all I see is black. And then she said, and then after a while, all I see is white. She's like, I don't see images. I don't see shapes. I can't see anything. I just either see all black or all white. And I think she was blind for, it was like 6 months. And she would tell us about it, and she needed assistance and all of that. So when her eyesight came back, she was so grateful, she was crying. Those are things that human beings, we take for granted every day until you meet somebody who doesn't have those abilities, or you meet a veteran who's lost limbs in combat, or you meet someone who was born with a deformity, or born immobilized. And it's like, Lord, thank you that I can walk. I might be in pain from these, internal and external hemorrhoids and these tumors, and the part of my lower intestine that needs to be repaired, but I can still walk. So, these things that we take for granted, if you start to express gratitude, you'll find your spirits are lifting. You'll find that you're no longer in that depressive state. You're no longer in that low vibration, because now you are focused on gratitude. Lord, I'm grateful for what I have, even if it might not be much. And I know that what I've called in and what I've prayed for is going to manifest by my faith. The woman with an issue of blood, I've been reading, been reminded of that and reading that in the Bible, and the Most High that she found within herself. When she touched Yeshua's garment, she kept saying, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, I'll be healed. And Yeshua said, no, you are healed by your faith. It's your own faith. Ooh, Asheo, that brought about your healing. So when you find yourself going through those challenges, tap in to that high frequency within you. Tap into your faith, because it's your faith that's going to guide you through that. And that's why I really love this 1111 angelic number. Again, the angels want you to trust your own intuition, to have faith and remain positive. Seeing angel number 1111 is a confirmation that you are in alignment with your higher purpose and spiritual journey. 1111 is a manifestation number. It's a reminder that your thoughts and desires have an immense power to manifest into reality. Your thoughts and desires have an immense power to manifest into reality, but you have to stay focused in that positive energy, that frequency. This number is a message from the universe to focus on your intentions and raise your vibration. So essentially, what I'm telling you all is just that. Raise your vibration. And the way that you raise your vibration is gratitude. Start thanking the Most High God within you for what you have, for your strengths, for your abilities. And if there's like a part of your spirituality or that you want to research or that you want to know more about, study it. Just like I do. Just what y'all see me do, where I look up stuff all the time. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Way before we had access like this. Back when you had old school, when you had to go to a library and get a book, Yeah. I've been that kid. I was always a bookworm, always at the library, always reading. Because I was a very popular loner. I had a lot of friends, but I loved being by myself. So some people understood that. Some people thought I was weird, but all the studying and research that I've done since my teenage years and preteen years has now made 1000% sense in how it relates to my life as an adult. So again, your thoughts and desires have an immense power to manifest into reality. 1111 is a message from the universe to focus on your intentions and raise your vibration. When you align your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions with your desires, you can manifest anything you want in life. I really love that, so I'm going to put that in the chat. When you align your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs and your actions with what you desire, you can manifest that which you desire. Anything you want in life, you can manifest. Absolutely love that. So the spirituality meaning of angel number 1111 from a spiritual perspective, angel number 1111 represents spiritual awakening, enlightenment, and connection with your higher self and the universe. This number is a reminder to trust your intuition, trust your own intuition and inner guidance, and to follow the path that resonates with your soul. So for some of you that have asked questions about like your spiritual journey or your spiritual purpose, I love how this really just gives you straight up, follow the path that resonates with your soul. Whatever resonates with you, whatever you feel deeply, follow that path. And if you have a question about what your life path is, again, you guys can book a personal one-on-one soul session with me. I am offering that. And I can help you individually understand what your spiritual journey is, It goes beyond just a reading. It's actually a spiritual consultation. So I will be offering those. I'll get that package put together, and I'll advertise that, so those that want to have that, you can. When you connect with your spiritual essence, you tap into a higher power. So when you hear me speak about your higher self, that's the best way to describe it. You tap into your own higher power. I want you guys to understand that God is within you. The Most High God is not a man, it's not a woman. God has no human likeness. The frequency of the Most High God is just that, frequency. It's an energy. And it dwells within you. So tap into that. That's why y'all always see in my descriptions I put in capital letters, tap in. Tap into the Most High God that's within you. And that guides you towards your life purpose and inner fulfillment. Now, the other one I saw repeatedly today was 555. 888 I saw 3 times. I saw 555 twice. 777 3 times. And 222-111-999 and then 1212. So I'll give those before I end the live. Because like I said, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm so tired, but I want to give you guys this information because there were multiple questions about this today. Not 55. Hold on, go back. Okay, let me drop the link. So there is the link for the 555. I keep forgetting to hide the comments so you guys can see what I'm reading, but it's in the chat. All right, so in numerology, 555 represents change and transformation, new beginnings. It signals that a significant change is about to happen in your life, and you must have faith in yourself and the universe to guide you through it. And again, I appreciate that from my angels and ancestors and ascendant masters, because in times of doubt, which we all go through, that's when you really do have to tap into the faith in yourself. You know, a lot of times we're conditioned to seek outside of ourselves for strength, when again, we're not really taught to like believe in ourselves. You know, we're not really given the knowledge, hey, you believe in yourself, believe in what you're capable of doing. We're, you know, kind of conditioned to seek validation externally. And really all the validation you need is from within. So have faith in yourself and in the universe to guide you through it. You are spiritually evolving, and the angels are reminding you to trust the journey and embrace the new opportunities that are coming your way. If you keep seeing angel number 555, it's a sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you. Again, back to your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and your surroundings. They may contain vital information about the changes you're about to experience. So like if you're like me where you have premonitions, trust it. I've had so many premonitions of me working with people that I support and believe in, and me having not just this house, but the life that I've always wanted. Literally becoming not just, you know, financially wealthy, but spiritually wealthy and healthy, traveling, living my best life, being genuinely happy while helping other people. So I can't focus on my current circumstances. I'd rather focus on what I'm being shown in the 5D and know that everything is going to manifest according to divine timing. Not my timing, because if it was up to me, everything would be manifested already, everything. But the Most High God and the ancestors have a reason for divine timing, because some parts of our journey are meant to happen at a specific time even though we might want it to have, like right now, of course I want to be married. I'm tired of being celibate. But I don't want to have a soul tie to someone that I know I don't have a future with. And I'm not interested in temporary affection. I keep seeing my daughter. But in order for her to be born, I have to be aligned with my divine masculine. And what that means is that if that hasn't happened yet, it means that it's given me and him time to work on our individual healing. Just like my movie, I want to be able to present my Gog versus Magog series and show you guys through animated film what I was shown in heaven. But there's a time and a place and a reason for divine timing. I want to be healed already of these, conditions and the fibroids. But there's a reason for divine timing. So you have to trust that no matter what your journey might currently look like, it's just a journey. It's not the destination. If I were to consider that where I am in life is my destination, I'd want to give up. So I continue to tell myself and others when they're like, man, it sucks you having to go through this. Yeah, it does on a human level. But quite honestly, the angels showed me all of this in heaven, and they said it's going to be real hard. Are you sure you want to do this? Because you can stay here, you don't have to go back. They showed me how difficult it was going to be for a while, for like a long while. And then they showed me the victory after that. And it was a very beautiful thing. So that's where my hope lies in when I start to feel discouraged, is I am blessed to have certain spiritual gifts to know that no matter how it might look, this is all going to work out in my favor, but according to divine timing and not mine. So again, if you keep seeing angel number 555, it is a sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, as they may contain vital information about the changes you are about to experience. Trust that the angels are guiding and supporting you through this process, and have faith in your ability to navigate through it. As we all witnessed earlier with Sam's sister and his mom and dad, they all showed up to boost, hey, you got this. We're with you. That was the most beautiful experience I've had in quite some time. And I can feel their energy right now along with my own ancestors. So they're always with us, family. And the only reason we can't see them is because we are being protected by the spiritual veil of the third dimension. Now, I know there's people that take certain hallucinogens that allow them to travel to other dimensions. I would say be careful with that, because while it's a beautiful thing to be able to tap into certain frequencies, it also can take you into realms that you can't get yourself out of, and you might end up, entertaining what's called a familiar spirit, which is a darker version of a loved one that's passed on. So, like I said, I'm more of promoting cannabis. Cannabis is safe. It's a plant, like Cat Williams said, it's just a plant. It just grows like that. It's natural. Hallucinogens, be careful with that shit, bruh. You never know where it might take you. And if you're not in a high frequency, trust me when I say it's going to take you to a low vibrational place. So just be careful with that. 555 is a manifestation number. It represents the power of thoughts, beliefs, and intentions in creating our reality. The angels are reminding you to focus on your desires and visualize them happening. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts positive. I cannot say that enough. There's a reason I reclude a lot if I start to feel overwhelmed, because again, anxiety is a symptom of Graves' disease, just like depression. And then having, still healing PTSD. There are times where I feel overwhelmed often. So what I have to do is shut my energy off from everyone and go within, pray, meditate, quiet the mind, ground and center myself so that I can get back to a positive space. Because if I'm not in a positive space, I don't want to talk to nobody at all. I've been like that my whole life. I just shut down completely. So sometimes you do have to fight to keep your thoughts positive, but once you elevate your frequency, stay there. That's why I was saying earlier, some of the best ways to combat depression is humor, comedy, watching things that are funny. I watch Hot Rod tonight. I've seen that movie like a million times, and every time I watch it, it cracks me the fuck up. It's hilarious. So do things that bring you happiness. Like, I like to draw, I like to paint, I like to make digital art, I like to create content. I love editing. It's my favorite thing to do, creating videos, creating, graphics, doing graphic design. I'm a geek. I like to code. I like doing computer software shit, animation. I love music. Music is my first love. I love to listen to music. I love to play music. I love to sing. I'm reteaching myself sheet music. I love to cook. I'm a natural creative. And then I love to research. So I shift my focus to the positive things that I enjoy. And I also like to work out. I do yoga, meditation. Like, I like to do things that bring me joy. Because again, the joy of the Lord, the joy within you is your strength. So when you find yourself in a space where you feel depressed or you feel discouraged or you feel down, do whatever you can do to elevate your frequency to positive thoughts. And I'm practicing combating negative thoughts. When a negative thought comes up, man, I don't have enough to pay for this. Man, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Then I catch myself, no, I lack nothing. I am a limitless being, which means even if I don't have, I can create it. I can manifest it. When I'm not feeling well and I feel discouraged, like, man, I'm tired of going through this. You know what, Lord, thank you for my healing. I literally am practicing that daily, shifting my focus. And then there's times I'm just super overwhelmed. Like yesterday was one of them days, and my mom happened to call me early in the morning, and me having insomnia, I'm always up late, so I missed her call. But when I woke up and after I got done taking care of a few things, I called her, and my mom doesn't acknowledge it, but she's an empath too, and she's like, what's wrong? I feel like you're heavy. And I just told her everything that was going on. And like I said, usually it's me encouraging her, but it was very nice to have her encourage me. And she said, you know what? You could wake up Tuesday morning and a miracle can be performed and you can be in a whole different space. She's like, you have to remember the things that you've told me and other people, that you have the power to create. And that was really encouraging to hear my mom say that. So it reminded me, like, she's right. My thoughts create my own reality. So I gotta stop looking at my current circumstances, because that's all they are circumstances. And I have to remember that I do possess the power to change not what happens to me. I can control how I respond, and how I respond is the vibration that I vibrate out to the universe. Now, I can respond with woe is me. And there's a difference between being discouraged and being in a woe is me mentality. Woe is me meaning I'm always a victim, everything's always wrong. Nah, but I've been thrown a whole lot of fucking curveballs that have been very difficult. But then I remember what the angel showed me when I was in heaven. It was like, okay, I can't really say I didn't sign up for this, because I did. They asked me if I wanted to do this mission, and I told them yes, even after they showed me the bullshit. They said it's going to be a lot of real unfair things. Like, they straight up told me in heaven, it's going to be real unfair for a long time. So we want to make for sure that you're going to have the strength to go through all this. And I was like, well, if the Most High God has given me a mission and I'm going to have divine support, then yeah, I accept this, So that brings me comfort, remembering what I was shown and knowing that this earthly life is just a temporary experience. My soul is eternal. So even when my time comes and I'm no longer on this earth, I hope that what I am putting out here, the next generation, especially all my nieces and nephews, that they're able to watch Auntie's videos and remember what she taught, and my future children as well, to remember that you can come through anything, and that it is literally your own thoughts that help to co-create your reality with the universe. Now, the universe, some people refer to God as the universe, Yahweh, have all types of titles, but at the end of the day, we don't have the power to control what occurs or what happens to us. We only have the power to control how we respond. And some things are meant to happen in your life to trigger your response. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got into it with this lady at the front desk that had been being a straight up bitch to me for no fucking reason. Like, for no fucking reason. And as much as I haven't been feeling well, it's not like I am walking around irate or angry. Most of the time I don't feel good because my sleep gets interrupted a lot, and that's why I'm always so damn tired. Plus, what I'm physically going through is physically exhausting. So for that person to have continually just went out their way to be a whole asshole, I finally snapped on her. I was like, man, I've been taking this shit off this bitch for days. You know what I'm saying? I haven't said shit, I've been rising above it. And that particular day, I had enough of her ass. I cussed her smooth the fuck out. I ain't even gonna hold y'all like I did. I cussed her smooth the fuck out. So, I had to get that out and get that off of me. But at the end of it, I had to realize, okay, that was technically a direct spiritual attack because it happened after the live where I was exposing Baphomet. And so I was like, okay, that was a test. And in that moment of me having had enough of her shit, I mean, you yelling at me, you talking down to me like I'm less than you, and as a black person from Omaha, Nebraska, who comes from the home of Malcolm X, where we don't tolerate racism, I don't give a damn if you are considered a minority. If you're looking down on me, you are projecting racist behavior. I'm gonna check your ass real good. Because where I'm from, that's what the fuck we do. We don't tolerate that shit. And we don't let it slide either. And I'm like, you been doing this. And I ain't been saying nothing. I said, but today ain't the day. I've had 3 hours of sleep. I'm walking up here in pain. And all I'm asking you about is when it's housekeeping coming and you yelling and screaming and then gonna tell me I can leave and hung up, bitch, fuck you. To her face. Fuck you, raggedy bitch. I went off and I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I'm tired of this shit. But then I realized later, you know what, even in that moment of frustration, and she had that shit coming. She really did. I had to forgive myself for giving away my power in that moment. Because that was a test. That was a trigger. It's like, I'm tired, I don't feel good, I'm discouraged, and now you want to say and do shit when I'm not even upset. I'm just asking you a question very calmly. And I had to remember who I was. So I after I went off, I just walked away. I said, you know what, fuck all of this. Started having heart palpitations. See, Graves' disease keeps me in check. Because if I'm having heart palpitations, I'm going to end the conversation right then and there. Because I'm not finna let you kill me. And I prayed about it, and I was like, I had to literally forgive myself. Like, damn, you technically gave away your power in that moment. But sometimes people got to know that just because people be thinking because you nice that you're weak. No, I'm a Scorpio. I'll pop off and I got PTSD. I will pop off on your ass in a heartbeat. But I shouldn't even say in a heartbeat. You have to really keep fucking with me to do it. Like I said, she had been doing it for days. For days. And I would just ignore it, rise above it. And even though that happened, when I ended up speaking with management, they made her apologize. Because they were like, we didn't know you had all that going on with your health. Because I don't walk around here, I don't walk around here with a pity party. But I was like, if I'm not able to get to the door to answer the door, it's more than likely because I'm in the bathroom bleeding and can't get off the toilet. And that's just the truth. And I always keep a security bar, you know, to protect myself. So it was a situation where I guess she assumed that I was trying not to answer the door or whatever. And it's like, no, I literally had been in the bathroom for 5 fucking hours bleeding, which means that one of these tumors were rupturing. Very serious. And so I sent a very, very long email accounting of every situation where that woman had been rude to me, talking down to me, talking crazy, raising her voice even when I wasn't upset, over and over and over. And the third party company that I used to book the room, I had reported everything to them, even bed bugs that, you know, I ended up waking up with bed bugs one day. So I had to purchase, you know, my own mattress protector and bedding and all that stuff. When I shouldn't have to do that when I'm paying, you know, for a room. So when the management heard about all that, they were like, we are so sorry. And I thought for sure, because I had went off on her, they would get mad at me. I think he knew she had that shit coming. You done been rude to me how many days in a row? And so, you know, they were like, we apologize. And, you know, they made her apologize and everything was fine after that. But that was a lesson for me. That even when I'm triggered, I'm still responsible for the way that I respond. Even if the other person's wrong, that's something I have to continue to work on. And it's not easy when you are struggling with PTSD and you're healing from that shit. You know, anybody that knows about PTSD, you fuck with a person, they gonna pop off, okay? So it's like, and then Graves' disease on top of that makes my hormones fluctuate, you know, between estrogen and testosterone, and Graves' disease causes irritability and insomnia. So the minute I get woken up, it's very hard for me to go back to sleep. And then I end up having heart palpitations and feeling like I'm gonna pass out. They didn't know any of that. So I was like, so, you know, if I'm trying to rest and you guys send housekeeping at a later time in the day and I'm trying to rest, when I'm getting woken up out of my sleep, it is literally a physical struggle for me. And, you know, just having to explain all of that to them, and they were just like, wow, we had no idea you went through all that. I said, well, yeah. And so the manager was like, well, you know, we want you to stay. You haven't given us any issues. You pretty much keep your room cleaned on your own. Well, I have OCD. And I stay to myself. You know, I like peace. I don't like drama, but if you bring it, I will finish it. Like, straight up, I will finish that shit. So, you know, I had to learn from that experience, and I had to shift my thoughts from being frustrated and upset to gratitude that the management team did take it serious, and they did proactively get on it. And, you know, they corrected her, and, you know, the three of us talked, and everything's been good. So it's like I said, I know that there's times that it's not easy to remain positive when it feels like you're so overwhelmed, but we have the power to do that. And the biggest thing is that you have the power to shift your focus and to keep your thoughts positive, even in the face of adversity, opposition, you know, people lying on you, people going out of their way to trigger you, people going out of their way to be rude because they want to have, you know, a temporary form of control over you. And the irony is, when I spoke to the third party company that I go through about the situation, I got a woman who was very spiritual, very high vibrational. And she said, you know what that was about? Control. Because she's being controlled by her demons. They wanted to control you in that moment. I said, oh, I know. Because not only did I feel her demons, I saw them. That's why I walked away. Because I have dominion. You don't have dominion over me. I have dominion over you. And that woman even was speaking life into me and praying for and with me. And when she contacted the front desk, she was like, man, she even rose her voice to me and, you know, tried to get loud and ignorant with me. So I was like, yeah, that's what I've been dealing with, you know. And so, like I said, sometimes it might be a struggle, but you can learn from those experiences not to become like that person, and not to give them your power, and to just keep your thoughts positive. And ever since then, quite honestly, I have internally been more at peace. The environment, the energy has been more peaceful. And so I just want to give those types of examples that, hey, again, you can't control what happens to you. You can't even control how people treat you. But you can actively work on keeping your thoughts positive, because you truly do co-create your reality with the universe. And spirituality, 555 represents a spiritual awakening, a new beginning, and a path towards spiritual enlightenment. The angels are encouraging you to trust your own intuition, follow your heart, and embrace your spirituality. So for those of us that have spiritual gifts, embrace them and stop being afraid of them. I love how Sammy Sam's sister came through with that. Like, yo, stop being afraid. Get on your shit. You got this. You know, that blunt love there. Like, you got this. And just embrace your spirituality instead of being afraid of it. If you have certain spiritual gifts, stop fearing those gifts. That fear is a blockage so that you will not become your highest self, your most powerful self. Embrace your spirituality and study it, research it. I didn't know what the word clairvoyant meant until I was told by another high priestess. Matter of fact, when I worked for United Health Group, and that was when I was diagnosed with cancer, when I was really sick, it was a lady I worked with, and she, you know, at that company, they would rotate our desk a lot. She happened to get placed next to me. And everybody at the job was afraid of her because she made it known that she was a witch. But she was a high vibrational witch. She was what's called a light worker. And I wasn't afraid of her. And that was when I was still, you know, conditioned by religion and was entering into my spiritual awakening. But of course, like most people who are raised religious, you're taught that witches are evil. Well, there are a lot of dark witches that are, but there's also a lot of high vibrational ones that use their powers for good. And I'll never forget when she told me, she said, you're clairvoyant. She was like, I know you're an empath, but you're also clairvoyant. She was like, and you are a psychic medium. And I was like, bullshit. She was like, no. She said, one day you're going to tap into that gift. And you're going to be used to help people heal who have lost loved ones. And the fact that that happened today in real time, and she told me that in 2008, almost 20 years ago. It just is a very profound thing. And she was telling me, she said, one day you're going to help millions of people. And I was like, how? Again, I wasn't, you know, in 2008, I wasn't on YouTube, really barely ever watched YouTube. I never thought in a million years I would have a YouTube channel. And another lady I worked with, another spiritualist who also had Graves' disease, ironically, she got sat next to me. She got sat next to me right after the first biopsy that came back positive for malignancy. And I'll never forget her, because when I went to heaven, her name they gave me. And when I woke up, I was repeating her name. And then all of a sudden, she got sat next to me and it gave me chills. I said, dude, you're the one they told me to find. And she looked at me and she smiled so big. I said, how did you know that? She said, divine alignment. It was like this woman knew me. Like she knew me before we met. She said, I was told that I was going to meet a young lady, because she was older. You know, she's not too much younger than my mom. She said, I was told I was going to meet a young lady, that I was going to be used to help her on her spiritual journey. And we would talk about God. Matter of fact, and she, even though she went to church, she's the one that helped me learn about spirituality. She's the one that told me to look up another one, confirming you're clairvoyant, you're clairaudient. Clairaudient means that you can hear messages from the spiritual realm. Claircognizant, premonitions, you know, being able to precognition. clairsentient, when you just know something's about to happen and then it does. And then having the psychic medium gift, she said, I want you to know that if anyone in your future calls you a witch, that's not a bad thing, because you're a light worker. I said, what's a light worker? She's like, look it up. So I did. I looked up what a light worker is, and it is a person who's born with spiritual gifts that use those spiritual gifts for the purposes of bringing healing to people. So our high vibrational high priestess, their job is to help bring healing to earth. So it amazed me that at a time when I was my most sick, these two women were literally placed next to me at my job. And at United Health Group, I worked in the specialty injectables department. So again, we facilitated and we created orders for their prescriptions. And I remember having to study about chemotherapy for the patients that were getting the intravenous injections, and just how horrible the side effects. And that's why I never took chemo. I was like, I'm not taking that bullshit. They wanted to put me on Synthroid for my overactive thyroid. I was like, absolutely not. That's just radiation in pill form. Again, I worked for the company. So she was telling me, Miss Rucker, the one that had Graves' disease, about how she had her full thyroid removed, and now how she has to, for the rest of her life, be on Synthroid and other thyroid medications. She said that she felt like she lost her mind, because again, Graves' disease, it controls, the thyroid gland controls the secretion of thyroid stimulating hormones, so it alters your hormones. That's also why sometimes I'll be moody or real irritable. My doctor said when you're irritable, it means that your testosterone levels are peaking, and when you're really emotional, it means your estrogen levels are peaking. So it causes a constant skyrocket and plummet. It's like a mountaintop when he showed me the graph of how my hormones are. So that's why, like, I don't like being around people or environments that bring about a lot of stress or that are very negative, because I know. And then they told me about Graves' rage. That's another thing. Graves' rage is when your hormones are completely out of whack, and a trigger can make you go into a full-on angry panic attack or an emotional meltdown, and then mixing that with PTSD. Yeah. So like for me, I've learned that if I start to feel agitated or irritated, to stop communication, stop and ground and center myself, because I can't allow the physiological effects of this condition I was born with to control me. I can control my response. I can't control the hormones fluctuating. That I can't control. But I can control my response. And let me reword that. I can control the hormones with healing remedies, like purple sea moss gel. You know, there are things that you can eat to help your hormonal imbalance, but the imbalance itself comes from Graves' disease. So it's like, if I know that a person is going out of their way to trigger me, or a person just wants to argue or go back and forth, I will straight up block that person or just cut that off, because I'm not getting ready to let you have that control over me. I can get myself back to a positive space. So it's very important when you're faced with challenges and adversity to physically practice keeping your thoughts positive. Because again, gratitude is what attracts abundance, and it helps to magnify the manifestations that you pray for. And the next thing you know, you'll start seeing the things you prayed for manifesting in real time, because you are the co-creator of your reality with the universe. So yeah, the 555 being the sign for spiritual awakening, the new beginning, the path towards spiritual enlightenment, where your angels are encouraging you to trust your intuition, follow your heart, and embrace your spirituality. That all is letting you know that you really are on the right path, and the universe is supporting you every step of the way. And I just want to take a moment to recognize those two women from back then. Y'all were right. I remember I was so terrified. I was like, why are they telling me this? Like, what the hell? And looking back now, I completely understand why they were telling me what they were telling me. They were kind of like earth angel spirit guides letting me know, hey, you've got a divine purpose, so it's time for you to start researching about your spiritual gifts instead of being afraid of them. Now, 999. Let's get, oh wait, no, what happened? Go here. Let me close some of these tabs. Okay, close the tab. There we go. So 999. Let me drop that in the chat. And good night to those who need to pop off of the live. Thank you for tuning in, family. And I'll be ending the live here shortly because I need to go take my shower and go to bed. But I want to give you guys these angel numbers before I do that. So the numerology meaning of angel number 999. The number 9 represents endings and transitions. So for those who know about tarot, the number 9 would represent what's called a tower card or a tower moment. Oftentimes people see that as something that's daunting, or even the death card. The death and the tower cards are actually signs of transformation. All it means is that there's an ending, and a lot of times it's an ending to what no longer serves us, whether it's people, thoughts, certain beliefs. 9 represents endings and transitions, so something has to end in order for a new beginning to begin. Ooh, bars. I like that. Yes, thank you, ancestors. Something has to end in order for your new beginning to begin. So it's the final digit in the numerical sequence and signifies the completion of a cycle. When the number 9 appears 3 times, as it does with 999, it carries an even stronger message of completion and finality. This number sequence is often associated with spiritual enlightenment, as it suggests that a major transformation is about to occur. If you're seeing the number 999 repeatedly, it's a sign that you are about to reach the end of a major life cycle. This could be a career transition, as I went through last February when I lost my job, the end of a relationship, or a major personal transformation. And that's why I always tell people, like, what I'm going through is nothing more than a transition and a transformation. Certain things had to end in order for me to be where I am right now, today, presenting all this to all of you. The angels are urging you to release any old patterns or beliefs that no longer serve you and embrace the new beginning that's waiting for you. While the number 999 is not traditionally considered a manifestation number, it does hold the energy of creating something new and transformational. It's often associated with spiritual enlightenment and growth, which can lead to the manifestation of your deepest desires. And I like how it said that. It's associated with spiritual enlightenment and growth. And that can lead to the manifestations of your deepest desires. In the spiritual realm, the number 999 represents spiritual awakening and enlightenment. It suggests that you're ready to evolve and grow on a deep soul level. The angels are encouraging you to let go of any old patterns or beliefs that are holding you back and open yourself up to new possibilities. So, old beliefs. Again, I was raised in the apostolic Pentecostal churches. The way that they're conditioned is that, especially tarot, people fear what they don't understand. So they're conditioned that learning or studying about spirituality is evil, when in actuality, religion, and all religions do have a foundation in Luciferianism. Religion was created to control the mind. Religion is following someone else's belief of God. Spirituality is having your own direct knowledge and one-on-one connection with Source, the Most High God. So I had to spend years unlearning, all those old belief and patterns. And technically I still am, because like I said, where I come from, it's real similar to like the Scientology cult mentality of like the way that we teach is the only real way, and everybody else, you know, is going to hell, and just all this stupid shit. And unfortunately, a lot of people do still believe that, and that's why they, you know, stay involved in those environments. But for me, I was like, yeah, no, I'm the black sheep, and I'm the one that is gonna show, hopefully, my relatives and the next generation something different. So a lot of those old beliefs I've had to release. And that's what the Pluto retrograde is about, is releasing limitations, releasing old ways of thinking, releasing toxic energies that we have about us, and releasing toxic connections as well. So I love how this is in alignment with the actual retrograde that we're going through. But yes, let go of any old patterns or beliefs that are holding you back, and open yourself up to new possibilities. Now, after 999, 777. Okay, that's the one I saw a lot. And let me put this in the chat. Like I said, I'm going to be in a live here shortly. So there's the link for 777. And Riri, thank you for tuning in. I'm just now looking at y'all's comments. Okay, so according to numerology, angel number 777 symbolizes spiritual awakening. I love how that resonates with 999's spiritual awakening, enlightenment, and divine guidance. This number deeply resonates with personal growth, inner wisdom, and inner knowing. It resonates with the vibration of the number 7, which relates to introspection, intuition, analytical thinking, spirituality, and wisdom. Tripled 7s amplify the energies and vibration of the number 7, creating a powerful divine message that is hard to ignore. When you keep seeing angel number 777 repeatedly, take it as a sign that your angels and spirit guides are with you. They are reminding you to trust your intuition. Trust your intuition, not what somebody else told you to believe. Listen to your inner voice and follow your spiritual path. This number is an invitation to connect with the spiritual realm and to receive divine wisdom and guidance. It may also signify that your prayers have been heard and that you are on the right path. So now I know why the angels and ancestors showed me this 3 times a day. I love it. I love that you guys are giving me that confirmation. Thank you. Angel number 777 is a manifestation number that signifies that your goals, desires, and dreams are manifesting into reality. The universe is conspiring to make your wishes come true, and you are on the verge of achieving your highest potential. All you need is to trust yourself, have faith, and take inspired action towards your goals. Angel number 777 represents spiritual awakening, spiritual enlightenment, and deepening your spiritual practice. It signifies that you are on the right path and that your spiritual journey is leading you to your ultimate purpose. This number is a reminder to keep your thoughts positive. There's that message again. Keep your thoughts positive. Focus on the present moment and connect with your higher self. I love that. So thank you, angels and ancestors and spirit guides. 888 is the other one I saw 3 times. So let me pull that one up. And that's just today, y'all. Like if I were to show you, which I probably will, I'll take screenshots and show you guys at some point, kind of like my daily log, but the 444 has been a consistent message on a daily basis, and the 333, which I'll do 333 next. Let me drop the link for the 888. Okay, so there is the link for that. So when you see the angel number, wait a minute. Oh, I skipped the numerology meeting. So The 888 is considered a highly significant numerical sequence made up of the energies and vibrations of the numbers 8, 88, and 888. The number 8 represents abundance. Thank you, ancestors. The number 8 represents abundance, manifestation, and the principle of cause and effect. Meanwhile, the repeating sequence of 88 amplifies the power and influence of the number 8. Lastly, the number 888 is believed to bring forth the magical and harmonious energies of the number 6, which represents balance, stability, and unconditional love. Now, I'm going to bring up, because 666 popped up yesterday, and I want people to know the angelic meaning, because again, we've been conditioned that that's the mark of the beast, which technically, you know, on the lower realm it is. But I want you guys to see the actual angel number meaning, because it's not evil at all. So I'll do that one next. But yeah, the number 6 represents balance, stability, and unconditional love. When you see the angel number 888 repeatedly, it is a sign that you are about to experience a significant and positive change in your life. Ancestors and angels, I just want to take this moment to thank you for that. Because y'all know what I've been going through. Thank you. Y'all showed me this 3 times a day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to repeat this one more time. When you see the angel number 888 repeatedly, it is a sign that you are about to experience a significant and positive change in your life. I receive that. I receive that. I receive that. Asheo. This powerful number serves as a reminder to remain on the right path and stay optimistic. You must trust that the universe is always working for your highest good, and that you deserve to be rewarded with abundance, prosperity, and success for your hard work and dedication. I love that. That actually brings me happy tears. Thank you for that divine confirmation. Angel number 888 is a manifestation number. This number has strong energies of manifestation, because it's also the infinity number. If anyone knows anything about the infinity symbol, it's everlasting. That's why it's called the infinity number. It can never stop. It's consistent, always. That's why it's the loop of the 2 circles. So again, this number has strong energies of manifestation, which means that whatever you focus on, I love how y'all keep confirming what I've been telling the family. I love that. Whatever you focus on, or put your intention into, the universe will bring it to you in abundance. I keep telling y'all, what you focus on, you give your power to. I absolutely love this confirmation. It's a reminder that you need to focus on your goals and dreams and have a positive mindset. One more again, it's a reminder that you need to focus on your goals and dreams and have a positive mindset. Even when it looks difficult, even when it is difficult, create that positive mindset through gratitude. Furthermore, it indicates that you must start using your creative skills and abilities to bring your goals into reality. So that's why no matter how I feel, do y'all know how many videos I've edited from the bathroom? Literally. Like, I don't care what I'm going through. I'm still going to work on using the skill set that I have literally to bring my goals into reality, so I can create a new reality for myself. When it comes to the spiritual meaning of the angel number 888, it signifies the beginning of a new spiritual journey. The number 8 represents the infinity symbol. That's wild, because I just said that. Which means that you have an infinite possibilities to explore in your spiritual path. It indicates that you need to pursue your spiritual growth. You need to pursue your spiritual growth, and the universe will support you in all of your endeavors. Thank you. I receive that, Asheo. It's a sign to begin meditating, which is what I call quieting the mind. Practicing yoga or any spiritual practice that resonates with you. So I love this divine confirmation, because I literally just said that not even maybe 10 minutes ago about quieting the mind and doing yoga. And I will also be offering yoga classes on my spirituality channel as well. And the yoga ranges from silent meditation to, being able to unlock certain spiritual gifts, as well as being able to naturally tone your body. So stay tuned for that as well. So thank you, ancestors, for that divine message. Very encouraging. So the next one is actually before 333. They're telling me to do 1212. So let's see what 1212 has to say. And then I'll do the 666 after. Yeah, I'll do that afterwards. Okay. And then let me drop the link for this one. So there is the link for the angel number 1212. All right. So in numerology, the number 1212 is comprised of the energies of the numbers 1 and 2, which are doubled to amplify their power. The number 1 represents new beginnings, independence, and leadership, while the number 2 represents balance, harmony, and relationships. Together, they create a powerful force that encourages you to embrace your inner strength and find balance in all aspects of your life. Now, the balance is completely confirming the 666, which symbolizes balance and stability within the spiritual realm. I love that, especially because of the way, 6 times 2 is 12. So essentially 12 is like a double manifestation of the number 6, which again represents balance and stability. So if you keep seeing angel number 1212, it could be a sign that you are on the verge of a major transformation in your life. The angels are encouraging you to embrace your inner strength. Embracing your inner strength is where you find your strength. Like I keep saying, the Most High God's within you. And step into your leadership role. They are also reminding you, step into your leadership role. Sammy Sam, that's for you specifically. Step into your leadership role. And don't forget to study shamanism. They are also reminding you to maintain balance in your relationships and find harmony in your home and work life. You may receive this number as a message of support and guidance as you navigate the changes ahead. Angel number 1212 is a powerful manifestation number that can help you attract abundance and success in all areas of your life. And that's what I love even about the number 3. And we're going to go over 333. It's going to show you that you have the power to attract abundance, not to chase abundance, but to attract it with your own thoughts. Your angels are reminding you to stay positive and focus on your goals, and to trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. By aligning your thoughts and actions with your highest aspirations, you can use the power of manifestation to create the life of your dreams. And again, it all starts with your thoughts and your actions. From a spiritual perspective, angel number 1212 represents a call to awaken to your inner truth and connect more deeply with the divine. This number can be a sign that you are ready to embark on a spiritual journey, or that you are being called to incorporate more spiritual practices into your daily life. Your angels are reminding you that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. I love how y'all keep confirming what I've already said. I absolutely love that. That's why they said go to 1212, because I just said that not too long ago. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and that you have access to powerful spiritual guidance and support. I receive that. Asheo. Now, spiritual meaning of the number 666. There is the link. And again, this is the angel number, not the demonic low vibrational version. Numerology is, each number holds I want to get past that, the general. I want to get straight to the number. So, despite common misconception, the number 666 is not an omen of evil, but carries a powerful message from the angels. in this ultimate guide to the number, angel number 666, we will explore its various meanings. So, according to numerology, the number 666 is a combination of the energies of the numbers 6 and 3. The number 6 represents balance, harmony, and stability in family and home life. Exactly what we just read about 1212, which again is 6 times 2. While the number 3 is associated with creativity, self-expression, and the spiritual realm. Together, the number 666 symbolizes balance and stability within the spiritual realm. Balance and stability. If you keep seeing the angel number 666 frequently, it is a sign that your angels are encouraging you to balance your material and spiritual life. Your focus may have been too heavily placed on one area, causing an imbalance in your life. Seeing this number is a reminder to maintain balance and harmony in all areas of your life. In some spiritual circles, the angel number 666 is thought to be a manifestation number. This means that you can use its energy to manifest abundance and prosperity in your life by staying focused on your goals and maintaining balance and harmony. You can attract abundance into all areas of your life. In spirituality, the angel number 666 represents spiritual growth and development. It is a sign that you are on the right path to fulfilling your spiritual purpose. This number also represents the need to release fear. Release fear. Especially if you have spiritual gifts you were born with that are starting to unlock. Release fear and embrace trust in the journey ahead. Your angels are encouraging you to trust the process, have faith, and believe in yourself. I received that, ancestors. Thank you. Now, I saw that earlier today and as well on the 23rd. So now we're going to go to 333. And let me drop the link for that. All right, so there is the link for the 333. All right, so the presence of angel number 333 in your life suggests that you are aligned with the universe's energy and that you are on the right path. The number also represents abundance, growth, and expansion. The angels want you to know that you have their support and you are divinely guided towards fulfilling your purpose. Seeing angel number 333 repeatedly is a sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you. The angels want you to pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and intuition. They are urging you to trust your instincts and take action towards your goals. When you see angel number 333, it's a signal for you to let go of any limiting beliefs, I just talked about that, and doubts that are holding you back. The angels are encouraging you to have faith in yourself and your abilities. You know, the continued theme that I'm seeing amongst all these angel numbers is the having faith in yourself, believing in yourself and your abilities. They want you to know that you have the power to create the life you desire. 333 is a manifestation number. It's a reminder that you have the ability to attract abundance and prosperity into your life with your thoughts and beliefs. The universe is constantly responding to your vibration. So that's why I keep saying what you focus on, you give your power to, because that's what you vibrate out to the universe. So it's essential to focus on positive and empowering thoughts. That's why mantras and affirmations and confirmations are so important, because when you send that frequency to the universe, it receives them. So again, it's essential to focus on positive and empowering thoughts. When you see angel number 333, it's an opportunity to align your thoughts and emotions with your desires. So whatever you desire to have in your life, align your thoughts and your emotions to manifest that. The angels are reminding you to visualize your goals and take action towards making them a reality. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor and everything is falling into place. Angel number 333 also has a deep spiritual significance. It's a reminder that you are a divine being and you are here to fulfill a purpose. The angels want you to connect with your higher self and trust the guidance you receive from within. Seeing angel number 333 is an invitation to deepen your spiritual practice and connect with the divine realm. It's a reminder that you are never alone and your thoughts are always with you. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired, y'all. And your angels are always with you. Of course, your thoughts are with you, supporting and guiding you. Take time to meditate, pray, or connect with nature to strengthen your spiritual connection. So the other one that I saw, there's two more, and then I'm going to end the live. 222 and then 111. Again, these are all the numbers I was given today, and some of these repeatedly. And now I understand why. All right, so there's the link for the 222. All right, so the number 222 is an angelic message that holds great significance and a powerful meaning. One of the first things that you need to understand, or as I say, understand, about the angel number 222 is its numerology meaning. This number is a combination of the energies and attributes of the number 2, repeated 3 times, amplifying its influences. Number 2 resonates with balance, harmony, and it's amazing how 2 times 3 is 6, and the message we got in the 6. Resonates with balance, harmony, adaptability, diplomacy, and cooperation. In numerology, the number 2 is often associated with relationships, partnerships, and collaboration. So they showed me that 5 times a day, which is letting me know that some sort of relationship, partnership, or collaboration is getting ready to manifest for me. And I receive that. I receive that. I receive that. Therefore, angel number 222 represents a balance in your life and a reminder that you are not alone. And I love that the "you are not alone" continues to pop up in pretty much every angel number that I was given. If you keep seeing angel number 222 frequently, it's a sign that your angels are trying to communicate with you. This number appears in your life to remind you that you are not alone and that your angels are always with you. This number signifies a time of balance and harmony in all areas of your life. Your angels want you to trust yourself and your abilities and have faith that everything will work out. Angel number 222 is also known as a manifestation number, and for good reason. This number is a powerful reminder that you have the ability to manifest your dreams and desires. You have the ability. It's within you to manifest your dreams and desires. It's a call to focus on your intentions and visualize what you want to create in your life. Your angels are telling you that you have the power to make your dreams a reality if you maintain a positive mindset and trust in the universe to bring you what you need. From a spiritual perspective, angel number 222 signifies the presence of your angels and spirit guides in your life. This number is a reminder that you are connected to the divine and that you are being spiritually guided. Your angels are supporting you on your spiritual journey and encouraging you to trust in your intuition and inner wisdom. This number is a message of hope and encouragement during times of spiritual growth and transformation. Pretty much times when you're going through and it's really tough. That 222 is there to encourage you not to give up. All right, so the last one is the 111 angel number, and I was shown 111 3 times today. All right, so there is the link for the angel number 111. So, in numerology, 111 is a powerful combination of the number 1, which represents new beginnings, ambition, and independence. When this number is repeated 3 times, it creates an even stronger vibration, signaling a wake-up call and a reminder to trust and have faith in the universe. When you keep seeing angel number 111, it may be a sign that you are on the right path. Your angels are telling you to trust your intuition and move forward with confidence as new opportunities and blessings are on their way. I receive that. I receive that. I receive that. It may also be a reminder to focus on positive thoughts and intentions as the universe is responding to your energy and vibrations. 111 is considered to be a manifestation number. It signals that your thoughts and intentions are aligning with the vibrations of the universe and that you are attracting abundance. I love how they keep saying about attracting abundance and success into your life. And I love that divine confirmation from you, angels and ancestors. Thank you. It's important to remain positive. There that message is again. It's important to remain positive and focus on your goals, as this number is a powerful reminder that you have the ability to manifest your desires. From a spiritual standpoint, angel number 111 represents alignment between mind, body, and spirit. It may be a sign that you are in tune with your higher self and are on the right path towards fulfilling your purpose. This number also suggests that you may have a special connection with the divine and that your angels are watching over you. So again, Asheo. I receive every single one of these messages, and I just want to thank my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides for this communication. And family, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for those who have not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe tonight. Turn on your notification bell. That way you get notified every time I go live or upload. And family, don't forget to follow me on Rumble. I want to get to the 100 followers so that I can join their partnership program as well. And like I said, my goal is to move to Rumble full-time as the platform for me, because Rumble is very uncensored, unlike YouTube. You know, they don't do all that extra censorship. So again, you know, check out my lives, check out my video uploads, check out the content here. Make sure that you hit that follow button, and shout out to the Rumble viewers. Make sure you like this live. Make sure that you share the live. And for those that would like to subscribe to my Rumble page, or my Rumble channel rather, please go ahead and feel free to subscribe. And also make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel for my Rumble viewers. And shout out to the Instagram viewers as well. Thank you for supporting the JustDee Show channel. And if you haven't, to the Instagram viewers, if you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as my Rumble channel. Andrew, want you to know your D's people want to encourage you, D. It's time to say thank you to you. Hope you heal and things go well for you. Thank you, my good brother, and much love to you, Andrew. Thank you for that. I receive that, and I appreciate the love. And this is why I love my channel and my platform, is so that we can continue to encourage and uplift one another. And I appreciate your words, and I definitely receive them. So family, thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for your energy, and thank you for staying for the duration of the live. I'm sending all of you love and positive energy and gratitude. Thank you for helping to make my platform what it is. Family, we are real close to 7,000 subscribers. So again, I want to give a shout out to all of you. Shout out to all of my existing DzPeepz family. Shout out to the new subscribers, and shout out to my new Rumble subscribers and followers, and shout out to the Instagram viewers. For those that would like to support my channel, my Cash App and Venmo is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Feel free to leave a donation. For those that would like to support my medical journey, send your donations to my Cash App or Venmo as well. And if you cannot donate, no problem. Just send up prayers and know that I'm always praying for all of you. And I wish everyone love and healing and positive energy and peace and joy, because again, the joy of the Most High God within you is your strength. So family, stay tuned. Have a beautiful day. And hopefully, depending on how things go today, like I said, I got to get up in a few hours and take care of a lot of stuff. And then I've got to get some rest because I'm so tired. But I hopefully will be back tonight. If not tonight, then for sure tomorrow. But Patty, thank you, my love. Thank you so much. And you're so welcome. I appreciate you guys. So family, I love you guys. Have a very beautiful day. Keep your vibrations high, and remember that what you focus on, you give your power to. So focus on what you want to call in. Focus on your manifestations. Focus on your desires, and study these angel numbers. If you happen to start seeing them, just look it up and see, okay, what message are my angels and ancestors trying to communicate with me? So I love you guys dearly, DzPeepz. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day and stay tuned.
Leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the